Okay, this is lesson 33. It's very early in the morning, it's dark outside and I'm freezing cold. However, this is operational performance. So in the previous lecture we did operational targets. Remember those: quality, cost minimization, innovation, environmental targets, reducing lead times. We also had a look at the 10 megatrends, things like 3D printing, onshoring, demand in the East, etc. Okay, so if you keep all of that in the back of your mind. But there are three ways in which we can assess operational performance as regards AQA. One is labour productivity, unit costs, and capacity utilisation. And I just think it's really important to have these in the back of your mind all the time. So it's important to have in the back of your mind all of these targets on here, which is quality, cost minimisation, capacity utilisation, innovation, environmental targets, and reducing lead time. So you want all of those in the back of your mind, and at the same time you want to have that profit that we just done, and what happens to your gross margin, your net margin, and your return on capital employed if you do all of these things. Right. Now, fundamentally, of course, if productivity goes up, that will mean that your costs will fall, so therefore your fixed costs will probably fall, and therefore your net profit margin will in fact go up. So that is just output divided by number of workers. It's that simple, and it just comes out as an actual number, it's not a percentage. So for instance, in the UK car manufacturing industry, they may work out that each worker in the UK produces 10 cars, but if each worker on average produces 12 cars, then there will be a rise in labour productivity. If that happens, then you're also going to get a fall in unit costs. So unit cost is the cost of making a particular unit, and that's given by the equation total cost divided by output. Now, if that is falling, then your firm's becoming more efficient again, and therefore your profits are going to go up, and you're going to make a greater return on capital employed. The last one on here is capacity utilisation, which is just simply saying how hard are you working your assets in that business. So that is current output divided by maximum output times 100 over 1. That is the equation. Now when you go away and read the textbooks there, it sort of says, well, you probably want to be about 85% capacity utilisation. Because if you're at 100% capacity utilisation, workers will become too stressed and therefore quality will fall, and if quality falls, then demand is going to fall and it's going to hit your profit and loss account. However, I've given you a very simple example here. I've gone back to the idea of the hot dog stand, which you would have done much earlier on in the course. And each hot dog stand is going to cost us £200 for the day. Okay, so we've got capacity utilisation on here. We can make a maximum of 2,000 burgers in a day. So obviously if we make 2,000 burgers in a day, then 2,000 divided by 2,000 times 100 over 1, we're at 100% capacity utilisation. Okay, so the worker may become very, very stressed because they're making 2,000 burgers. But if we do that and it costs us our fixed cost per day are 200 quid, then it's going to cost us 10 pence per burger. Okay, so this is the key thing on here, which is that your fixed costs per unit will fall as your output goes up. So if your fixed cost per unit fall, that means your net profit margin will go up. That means your return on capital employed will in fact go up as well. Okay, so your fixed costs here are 200 quid. If you only produce one burger, the fixed cost per unit will be 200 pounds. If you produce 100 burgers, your fixed cost per unit will be 2 quid. And if you're only selling the burgers, say, for £2.50, and you still got to pay your variable costs, you're not going to make a lot of money on that one. If you sell 1,000 burgers in a day, each burger costs you 20p to make in terms of the fixed cost per unit. And if you make 2,000 burgers a day, the fixed cost per unit is then going to be 10p. So capacity utilisation is a way of assessing how good we are in terms of our operations management. And as regards A-level business studies, you need to get those three things in your head. Obviously, in reality, there are many more ways of assessing the efficiency of a firm. So we've got on our heads now. We've got four things on our head. We've got the operational objectives, 6 of them down here. You've got an understanding that there are some mega trends occurring. Onshoring, 3D printing. Now, if all of those things occur, there's going to be a massive rise in productivity, and in a sense, I'm calling it the third industrial revolution. And also, we've got on our heads a profit and loss account from there. Okay, thank you.